It's July 30th, 2025, and somehow, Earth is still ghetto. Welcome back to the show where we unpack the chaos one headline, one hot take, and one deep sigh at a time. From billionaires bickering over Mars real estate to folks still forgetting how to act on airplanes. Earth continues to Earth. So grab your iced coffee, your anxiety support animal, or that emotional support snack you swore you'd stop eating at midnight. Because today, we're diving into the mess that is midweek humanity. Let's get into it.
What's up? Turn off this copyright-free background music because I am so tired of this copyright strike. So we'll see. I don't know what's gonna be in this playlist, how many ads I'm gonna have to skip, but yeah. Happy Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday already, July 30th. Still been really hot where I live. I went and got my new phone today. I got the Z Fold. So far, so good. Went to the gym. Went late because I had to go to the freaking phone store, and I had to wait on a lot of equipment. I hate going to the gym late when everybody's there. So annoying. And did laundry, and then I had to actually work at work. You know, that's the worst feeling when you gotta work at work, when you know you got work to do when you get to work. It's I'm blessed to have a job, but it just puts a cramp in my style. Other than that, y'all, I'm not gonna bend y'all ear about too much because I ain't got that much going on. It's nice and quiet in my world, which I love. Hopefully it's nice and quiet in yours too. I got this new phone, so I'm getting used to these apps, but let me see what I liked on here. If there's anything. Let's see. Says let's see. Oh, this guy, he was stuck in the water.
Person, that's nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included.
Iran and Iraq, not Iran.
I don't know what this dude was saying, but yeah, old boy was rolling over a freaking alligator. He was rolling over a freaking alligator. So that was crazy. Let's see what else that I liked on here. That's it. Dude was stuck on an alligator, and that was that. Now my music went away. Why? Why is it like this? Okay, it's back. Kinda. You know, I never claimed to know a lot about this stuff, but this is gonna be what it's gonna be right now because it's about to get on my nerves. Let's see what's going on in this other news that I got. If I can also learn how to work my phone. YouTube don't want you to play nothing in the background. They gotta really hate on you for real. I'm not about to worry about this right now. Let's go over here. Okay, what did I like? And I feel slow. I feel real slow. So Hawaii has then issued a tsunami warning following Russia earthquake. Which country would you never visit even if the trip was free? Well, North Korea for sure. Because why would you go there? Let's see. Former CEO Andy Bryant is suing Coldplay over the Kiss Cam scandal. How y'all gonna sue them and y'all was the one up there kissing? Make it make sense, please. Let's see what else we got, y'all. Yeah, I'm still messing with this music in the background. I'm gonna give myself a strike accidentally. Okay. Let's see what else we got, y'all. What basic life skill blows your mind that some adults still haven't figured out? What is it? Common sense, financial literacy, emotional intelligence. Yeah, a lot of people don't got that at all. Somebody said talk less, listen more. A lot of people say emotional intelligence. Looking decent, can we leave the house with the bonnets and all that? Trusting God, showering daily. Yeah, a lot of people still don't want to take showers or brush their teeth, especially if they sink into depression. 2 men have been charged following their arrest for a burglary at a Coleraine Township. Don't know what that is. At a home in Coleraine Township. Okay. They stole $10,000 worth of stuff. Somebody said I ain't seen a Jehovah's Witness all summer. That's how hot it's been. It's been that hot for sure. I ain't even seen no Mormons. Love Island Live backs up Janae following her split from Kenny. Yeah, Kenny. So word on the curb is that Kenny was, for all those that don't follow Love Island, season 6 group, Janae and Kenny was together. She's black, he's Dominican. He, I guess, got caught allegedly texting his friends and saying that he called her the N-word and said he didn't really like her. Yeah, it was a whole scandal, y'all. Glorilla secures a sponsorship deal in her meal with Checkers. We don't have any Checkers where I live anymore. There's Janae right there. That's Kenny. For all y'all that don't watch Love Island. Sierra received an Aura Watch at the Baller Alert Show, the Boys and Girls Club in Atlanta. The top 40 game things that a man can do. Screaming when the DJ tell everybody to make some noise. Putting their hands up when they ask who's single. Weigh less than 200 pounds. Not the skinny guys. Running from the rain. Wear a cardigan. Having a skincare. Ain't nothing wrong with a man having a skincare routine. You gotta take care of his skin. Diddy seeks bail with $50 million bond. Claims he's unjustly jailed for nonviolent charges. Nigerian tech entrepreneur raises nearly $100 million, driving a Spree AI to $1.5 billion valuation. YouTube has updated its monetization policy to allow swearing within the first 7 seconds of videos. So you can cut somebody out for a strong 7 seconds if you need to. Somebody said women need to start using men for sex only, sleep with them, and block them afterwards. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Let's see how they will feel. And then somebody said that some of y'all wouldn't even have transport money to get home. Wingstop is giving away free chicken wings for National Wing Day. Top Texas realtor who gives away Louis Vuitton to clients at closing says a large social media following helps him sell 20 plus homes a month. That's a good gimmick right there. Jollibee has been named best fast food restaurant for fried chicken. I've never had that. It must be a southern thing. Chris Brown stars on the new front cover of Icon magazine. He's got his blonde hair back. The man who unalived 4 people at the Manhattan office building was trying to target NFL headquarters, but he got off on the wrong elevator. So he ended up taking the life of one of the Blackstone CEOs. Somebody said, when a man is handsome, educated, and have money but still single, what could be the problem? Somebody said he don't put up with nothing. Could be true. Could be true. Ray J with a post and delete of Kim Kardashian swearing on Kendall and Kylie that she would never cheat on him. Ray J, somebody needs to commit Ray J for real. Because he is like acting really out of control. Somebody said DJ Khaled is the biggest Palestinian they ever seen. I know he did that Weight Watchers and he did not do nothing with that. Mike Rappaport was defending Hulk Hogan, and then he saw what he said, and now he's apologizing for defending him. He said he didn't fact check it. Lots of Love Island news, of course. That's how you know it's a slow news day when Love Island is taking over the news. Turks and Caicos' first mass pew-pewing leaves 3 unalived and 10 injured at a nightclub. I love Turks and Caicos, and I really hate that their crime is just getting out of control. It's like, what is happening? Antonio Brown questions Carucci, and he says, "What are you doing with Deion Sanders? This man don't have a bladder or toes." People said he was still more man than Antonio. Okay, what is, in your opinion, the 4 major American cities? Probably Atlanta, Dallas, New York, and LA. Sure, that's the most common. Somebody said Baton Rouge, Jackson, Pensacola, and Little Rock. You know, people gonna be trolling. Trump says Epstein stole young women from Mar-a-Lago spa, including Virginia Goffrey.
Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. I'm just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them?
Were some of them young women?
Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were young women?
What did they do? In the spa.
In the spa?
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told them, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want them taking people. So,
Mr. President, Epstein has a certain reputation.
and he was fine, and then not too long after that, he did it again, and I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one.
I don't know what's going on with this stuff, but I don't know. Christian Wilkins is cut by Raiders after his teammate filed a complaint over locker room kiss. I thought this was a fake story, but I guess not. My husband would have so much fun with this because he can't stand the Raiders. Somebody says somebody went to HR. Somebody says show the videos. They were looking for a reason to cut him. Somebody said, didn't he do the splits at the championship game? Somebody said Atlanta will sign him. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Over $1 million in cocaine found stashed in an SUV at the Texas border. Mary J. Blige pushes back on her $5 million lawsuit from Misa Hilton. Let's see what else we got, y'all. So, the Blackstone boss Wesley LaPartner was unalived in that shooting. That shooting's just so confusing because Blackstone's in the same building with NFL, which is kind of weird. All of that's kind of weird to me. But I'm just a little person. None of it makes sense. What's one thing your ex taught you that you'll never forget? Never to pick certain people again. Lower my standards will cost me every time. Never love them more than you love yourself. When your own boyfriend is jealous of you, it's time to leave. Be prepared for anybody to switch up on you and be prepared to walk away early. Mm-hmm. WBA game was halted after a dildo was thrown on the court. A woman finally says yes to her boyfriend after he proposed for 43 times in 7 years. He wore her down. One thing for certain, he loved her. He loved her for sure. Tom Cruise is dating Anna de Armas. He loves him a brunette. One thing about old Tommy boy. Josh Hawley introduced a bill on Monday to send tariffs rebate checks to Americans similar to COVID stimulus checks. The plan will give at least $600 per adult and child, or $2,400 for a family of 4. People waiting on it. Doja Cat mocks Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle commercial. A lot of people feel like now that DEI has happened, that the commercials are going to start being back to the olden days commercials. There's a moment when the dildo was thrown out on the court. There it goes. Flew over there. Now, who threw that? In the middle of the game, y'all just gonna throw that like that. Japan says a powerful magnitude 8 earthquake has hit near Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, which caused a tsunami advisory. Funeral homes under fire after family. We talked about that. It's really like a slow news day, which I'm not mad at. I'm about to get up off of here because I'm over reading about Love Island, shockingly. Let's see if there's any interesting Reddits going on. Forgot I'm signed out of everything. All right, let's see. He cheated before our wedding and I tried to forgive him. Now he might be moving on and I'm devastated. Girl, let him go. Cheated 3 days before wedding. I found out he cheated. Went ahead with the celebration anyway. 3 months later, I discovered it. Other women, other times. We spent a year and a half in a toxic, broken relationship. I was constantly suspicious and angry. Right before the end, I found out one more lie. And even though that part of me wasn't surprised, it still crushed me. The same week, I met someone new, a foreigner, just a brief connection. But in one evening, he gave me more emotional honesty than my husband had in 7 years. That's when I realized I had to leave, not for the new guy, but for myself. Any things I thought I was finally free, and in many ways, I've lived incredible moments in the past 3 months. But now he's moving on. He's seeing someone new. Girl, you need therapy. Somebody said you deserve rest and peace and healing. Give yourself time to mourn, but that grief is for a man and a future that never existed. For sure. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife we already spent a lot of time together? She leaves for work for the same time as me, comes back to our house an hour earlier, so I never have the house to myself while she has it every hour of the day. Every day I come home from work and I'm basically with her until I go to bed. She joins the same gym as me. Most times that I go out, she comes because we have a lot of the same friends and we go on 2 to 3 trips a year when we're off work, including last weekend. She asked me to go to shopping center with her so she can buy clothes for a work function. I told her I like to stay at home. She told me that going along makes her sad, and I responded that we already spent a lot of time together. And then she was just mad. I mean, you can't be around. I love my husband so much, but like, no, I like for him to go do his thing and vice versa. Like, I don't want to be up under my husband that much. It's not humanly possible, especially if you have siblings and stuff. Like, why do you want to be up under somebody that much? Somebody said there's a bigger issue. Someone says if she wants to feel deeply hurt because you don't want to go shopping, let her. You're allowed to make your own choices. She's allowed to be disappointed. Yeah. Sometimes you don't get everything you want. People in long-term relationships, what's something no one tells you about staying together for years? I mean, I truly believe like you start to read each other's mind, like you have the same taste buds, you want the same thing for dinner, kind of just become the same person. You almost morph into the same person. Somebody says you need to stay curious about your partner. Keep asking questions, update your assumptions. You will never know everything about them, especially if years have gone by and they've probably changed in some way or another. As soon as you start treating them like you already know everything about them, you start missing a lot of cool opportunities. Listen, my husband will never miss any opportunity to tell me about space and a black hole, and like if I just want to hear anything I've never heard before, I can ask my husband about space, cars, anything, man stuff. He will tell me. It's gonna make me tired, but I love listening to it. Like if I'm got like a lot going on and I just need to relax, so like have my husband talk to me about space or something. Somebody said 10 years into marriage, my husband casually drops that he went back to a back alley bar in Tokyo when he was 20 and the regulars were super nice to him. Normal anecdote. Then he says the guys had a lot of effing cool tattoos. My eyes were wide open. Then he says he was in a golf stage and wearing a leather trench coat. And she said she basically found out something really new. Somebody said stay curious, that you both need space. Yeah, kind of what we just read. Yeah. Lots of people saying the space thing. Should I divorce my husband for sending a shirtless pic to a woman? I found out that my husband, who's 44, was on a chat site. After lots of arguing about it, he confessed that he has sent some shirtless pics to random women. I feel like there is more that he isn't telling me, but honestly, what's to be done? Am I crazy for wanting a divorce? You want a divorce because he's on a chat site. Like, what is he doing? Somebody said, I would also feel like there's more he's not telling you. Divorce is difficult. Sometimes you do your research, but I don't think you're crazy. Somebody said you just ain't came across the D pic yet. You only seen the shirtless one. That's for sure. Why do modern relationships fail so quickly? A lot of people have these like preconceived. When I was younger, anyway, I used to be the same way. I used to think this life it should be this cookie cutter picture of marriage and relationships, and it's just really not that. And you really can't compare your relationship to other people's because most of the time they're not even living in their truth. A lot of this stare and compare, especially in this age of social media, have people thinking that stuff is sweet and it ain't sweet as people try to make it. Somebody said, I work in family law, and the two things I feel play the biggest factor is unmet expectations and lack of prioritizing your partner and friend and relationships for yourself. Somebody said, because social media, everyone is looking, yep, social media. People love the idea of romance and not their partner. They get disillusioned when their real relationship doesn't match up to the fantasy. Yeah, romanticizing relationships is fake because, you know, if you really in the thing, you're going to be cleaning toilets, you're going to be doing laundry, you're going to see sides of your spouse that's not always pleasant. And those are things you have to understand, like it's not always pretty. So my first date turned into a recap of her other dates. I just effing can't anymore. I had a casual date with a girl this morning. I even bought strawberries for the walk. In the first 10 minutes, she talked about her date the other day and how she went to this guy's house 2 hours away, spent the night there, and did some cycling the next day where she fell and hurt her knee. I mean, what the F? I don't want to know about your first date if you were D'd down a few days ago. And then she continued saying she had another date with some dude the next day. She had the audacity to ask me to be her gym coach because she wanted to get back into it. And let's see. I just told her I'm not one of the girls. I don't want to know when she's getting D'd down. Left her on the spot and told her to enjoy the strawberries. I just can't deal with dating anymore. It's an effing cluster F at this point, to be honest. And then he edited it. He said, wow, I didn't think this would blow up. So a lot of feedback was about the fact that I brought strawberries, which I get might seem a bit weird, but there was a farmer's market nearby, and it was just always nice to eat fresh fruit. I made it clear from the start that I wasn't looking for a friend before a date. Despite that, I ended up carrying in conversation. I was the only one asking questions and showing genuine interest. She only seemed interested in my physique. I also made it clear that I wasn't looking to hook up. Then he edited again. He said, wow, blew up more. Thanks again for everyone's feedback, positive and negative. He said, to answer questions, I'm 28, living in the south of France. That's the strawberries in farmer's market. Some are saying that she's telling me up front her past. I agree, but bragging about it. I mean, he's not wrong. You shouldn't talk about your other dates with your date. I don't know why people have a problem with that, but it's not wrong. Yeah. Somebody said, I agree with you. That is totally F. She should have known better. If you want to know what she's thinking, though, she's probably just a really open person looking to connect with people honestly instead of getting something specific. She's trying to tell you she has options. Yeah, men don't want to hear about that. They don't want to hear about your dates and all that. They don't care. Okay, let's get into my story times and see what they get. Okay, y'all didn't see that, but Auntie's dress fell down. And her dress felt like it couldn't make it. Somebody said I would have went home. Somebody said that slip came in handy. See? Man, I would have been no good after that. Pull it up, sister, and keep on singing to glorify the Lord. That dress got the Holy Ghost. And like everybody said, at least she had on a slip.
I've been thinking a lot about God. Rest in peace. Sit down.
The baby was like, I don't want it to be me.
Congratulations to everyone who has been in a relationship for 5 years or more and you are not legally married. The bill that Trump just recently passed states that if you have been in a relationship for 5 years or more, as of August the 1st, you are legally married, guys. What is your opinion on this? How do you feel? Put in the chat how you feel about this.
I mean, what are they gonna get from it?
Shotty. Chill out. Hey.
See, this is parenting 101. Y'all can learn so much from animals, how they parent their kids. They don't let you quit or give up. And cause you crying don't mean you still gonna do it. Like, this is parenting 101. I thought this was so cute. My husband will find this video very funny.
He won't let me sleep.
What the? Calm down. Calm down. I said I'm gonna take you. You know it's not time for you to go out yet. Calm down. Lay down. You know what? You acting up. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Bad boy. You being a bad boy. That's not how you wake me up. That's not how you do it. That ain't how you do it. Good. What I say? Now lay down. Lay your head down. Lay down. Relax. Good. That's not how you do it. You supposed to ask nice. You talking to me like that? That's how you talk. I wish you would, but get ice. You know what? Stop. What I say? Unhand me. That's not how you act. Come here. That's not how you act. Alright? You ask nicely. I'm still trying to sleep. You ain't wake me up out my sleep like that. Are you crazy? Something got into your head? Cut it out. to my damn nerves. Get your... The heck wrong with you, boy? 5 minutes.
He won't let me.
Somebody said, not today, but one day he gonna get you. Somebody said one day he gonna let you sleep forever. Somebody said, why y'all let these type of dogs in your bed? See, this is an example of what not to do. Somebody said, y'all dog owners a different breed, because ain't no way. He definitely gonna turn on him one day, because it ain't a game. I wish my dog would snap at me like that. Listen, let me see that thong. He was really singing about that thong like it was like, you know, let me see your smile. Let me see that smile. But it was that thong, that thong. Listen, he still got it. He look old, but he still got it. Go, sis, go.
This man almost took his secret to the grave. Just weeks before he died, he told his daughter that he was a bank robber.
Shocked isn't a big enough word.
Ashley Randall's father, Thomas, was dying of lung cancer at the age of 71 when out of nowhere, he admitted he once lived under another name. Ashley demanded to know his real name.
He really quietly said, if I tell you, you have to promise you won't look into this.
He said it was Ted Conrad.
I couldn't not look. And the first thing that popped up was a headline that said something like, Ted Conrad, vault teller, bank heist.
In 1969, Ted Conrad stole $219,000 from a bank in Cleveland where he worked as a teller. With his new ill-gotten wealth, Ted Conrad started a new life. He bought a penthouse apartment in Boston, played a lot of golf, and became a car salesman.
By the time he married my mom, the money was gone.
But all that time, he was still being sought.
This man...
People said this why he ain't tell her. Look at her, she already on the news. He might have been on to something. He didn't need to tell her because she was snitching on him already. She couldn't wait.
Okay, put this under your tongue and let it dissolve, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Don't drink the water. You're all set.
Thank you. You have a good day. Me fucked up. Y'all put teeth in my food. I'm shitting like a motherfucking dog on their period. Having a bad day. Just got fucked in their ass. I feel like that. You know, somebody. I don't even know how that feels. But like somebody, people done got something rammed in their ass, and now their ass just loose and got a shit. I'm fucked up. My motherfucking stomach hurt like a bitch. And my motherfucking head hurt like a bitch. So not only do y'all put teeth in my food, not only do y'all put teeth in my motherfucking food, y'all give me food poisoning, bitch. Tramp, horse, stupid motherfuckers. I'm not in the mood. I can't believe this shit. Honestly. I honestly cannot believe this shit. Yes! Nothing beats a Jet 2 motherfucking holiday.
So whatever restaurant she went to, I guess they served her jaws and teeth and she got really sick. I don't know.
And to the guy that opened the mail lady's truck and she had her kids in there because she was working, please understand, I hope you have the worst week alive. And here's why. That woman probably didn't have no other choice. Baby daddy probably didn't want to help. Husband probably didn't want to help. You sorry ass sacks of shit do not want to show up for these women, but then want to ridicule them when they do what they have to do. My mother was a mail carrier, so I have so much empathy for this woman right now. No, we never went to work with our mother in that capacity because we had multiple people that were able to keep us when we were younger, different things like that.
That woman had a job to do and she had no other way to get it done. She put those kids in the back of that mail truck and she got the delivering mail. At what point do we give people fucking grace? I hope that woman didn't lose her fucking job, because y'all gotta understand, some people be on their last, mentally, emotionally, and financially. That woman didn't have no other options, because I guarantee you, if she had other options, those kids would not have been in the back of that truck. And to that man that opened the back of that truck and tried to play that woman, I hope that backfires on you. And I hope that woman is okay. I hope she does not lose her job. But y'all have to understand that people are out here doing the best that they can with what they got. She loaded them kids up in the back of her truck, her work truck, her UPS truck, and took those kids to work. Now, is it dangerous? Yes, it is. But when you have exhausted all resources and you can't go anywhere else, or you can't take them kids anywhere, they gotta come to fucking...
So this is what happened, supposedly. That was her baby daddy that filmed them in the back of the truck. He was supposed to pick them up from daycare. He didn't. She was actually parked, and she had just picked them up on her way off of work in her mail truck. But she was not driving them around, according to her. She was waiting on her boyfriend to come get them. But he showed up anyway, the baby daddy, and he filmed her. I guess he's trying to get her in trouble in court. And unfortunately, she did end up losing her job. Hopefully, the union can get her job back. Postal working jobs are normally union, but yeah, it's messed up.
When you're spending every day on your own, and here it goes, just a kid.
Now, why did he do that? Why did he do that? All right, y'all, that's the show. Sorry for the struggle with the music. We getting there. Inspiration's on the way. Y'all stay blessed, okay?
Reality that makes them feel good about something they need to feel bad about. They need to feel bad about it. Because when you start getting in the way of what God has purposed for your life, then God has to send something to provoke you. Somebody holler, provoke me. Don't let me spend my whole life living beneath my purpose, living beneath my potential, living beneath what I could be, living beneath where I ought to be going. I know I'm preaching to you because deep down inside, there's a voice down inside of you that suspects that there is more that God has for you than what you are experiencing right now, or you wouldn't even be listening at me. It is that haunting, nagging suspicion that there's something else. You don't even know what it is. You don't even know how to get it. But there's a nagging suspicion that you were put here on this planet to do more than what you're doing right now. And I came to irritate you. I came to get on your nerves. I came to stir you up. I came to holler in your ear. I came to get you frustrated. Go ahead and cry. You need to cry. It's going to take some tears to break the yoke of complacency that's been hanging over your life. I don't know who I'm talking to, but if you hear this word and you know it's for you, give God 5 seconds of crazy praise. Because I think there's something else inside of you. I think there's more inside of you. I think God created you for a purpose. I don't think you're a mistake. I don't think you're an accident. I don't care what the circumstances of your birth were. I think you have been designed and created by God, and that you are to be an asset to the world. You are to change the world in some way. You are to make a difference in the world. Even if it's a little difference, you're supposed to make some kind of difference in the world. ForbesWomen.com wrote a very interesting article about complacency for women in careers. And I was reading the article and it talked about complacency will ruin your career. And it said some things I want to share with you. Though the article was written to career women, it's really genderless truth. It applies to ministry, marriage, any aspirational accomplishment that you might have in your life, all of it is true. They gave 5 warning signs of complacency, and I want to share them with you. Number 1, you are complacent when you are no longer striving to do your best.
Amber, you're incredibly creative. Here's the thing, like,
in every area. Now, if that stretches you too much, drop some areas. I'd rather have less areas and do more than more areas and do less. In the country, we used to say it like this: you can be a mile wide and an inch deep. So you spread yourself so thin that you're ineffective at everything. If you know you can only handle 3 things, only take on 3 things. Because if you're not, you're complacent when you are, number 1, no longer striving to do your best. To bring the best, your best mind, your best self. To really be present where you are. Visionaries have a challenge with this because visionaries always have a tendency to live in where they're going at the expense of where you are. So when you get to where you're going, you have lost where you are. Ooh, that's good. Visionaries, I'm not talking to evil people. I'm talking to good people. Visionaries, you are so consumed with your goal and your vision and your future and what's next that you are negating, starving, underutilizing, unavailable for your now. You can't neglect now and earn next. Number 2, you're operating off of an old playbook. You must remain a lifelong learner. What was best 20 years ago is not best now. When I learned to type, we had a typewriter. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. We didn't have a laptop. We had a typewriter. It was a manual typewriter. It made noise. You had to depress every key. If you could type 90 words a minute on an old typewriter, you ought to be doing 150 on a laptop. Because them things, you almost had to crank them and spin it to the end. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Some of you are living in a laptop world, but you've got a manual typewriter effort. I'm going to drive home that number 2. It's important. I'm not finished with it yet. You need to understand giving somebody what they used to need doesn't work. You have a tendency to not really grow. You're not doing anything to grow. It was good 20 years ago. It was enough 20 years ago. Complacency assumes that what was enough is enough. How do I fix that? Ask, seek, knock, read, get magazines, keep enhancing yourself, developing yourself. You cannot be a doctor and not take any more classes once you get your degree. I'm a doctor. I'm through with it. No, I leave them. Because they'll still be giving you liniment and stuff like that. You come on. You take some liniment for that and you'll be all right. No, liniment? Do they still make liniment? You have to keep enhancing yourself, which means you have to be comfortably uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. comfortable, to be living on the edge where you got to keep assuming that I need to know more, I need to grow, I need to go further. Let me hit number three. You aren't seeking to take advantage of new opportunities. You're not seeking to take advantage of new opportunity. I like to call this remaining in a state of growth and challenge. Just as much as you need rest and no one has to tell you to lay down, you need new challenges to keep you engaged. I shouldn't have to tell you you're tired, you need to go to bed. Nobody has to tell you to go to bed. I shouldn't have to tell you to get up in the morning. I shouldn't have to tell you that you need to keep reading, keep growing, keep learning, keep studying, keep praying, keep worshiping, keep talking to God. You can't wait till Sunday morning to have a worship. You know why it's so hard on y'all to lead people into worship? They wait for Sunday morning to worship God. There are people in this room that haven't worshiped God all week. And there you are supposed to, in 15 or 20 minutes, compensate for a life that hadn't worshiped God all week long. And you up there giving them a grade on the worship service. We came to worship. We didn't come to raise the dead.
Chill any room in 90 seconds with this NASA-inspired breakthrough. It's smaller than a toaster.
We didn't come to raise the dead. Just like you have sensitivities inside of you that let you know when you're tired or let you know when you're hungry, you need to sharpen your sensitivity to let you know when you need to learn, grow, enhance, accessorize, develop, come to the next level. Are you with me? Number 4, you aren't maintaining or building your contacts and relationships that are the currency of growth. You have no more growth than you have relationships. And I'd like to keep this like it is. Then don't grow and be complacent and take the risk of missing your destiny. You need to keep it fresh. You need to keep it fresh. You need to keep it fresh. You need to be on the cutting edge. You need to walk up on stages that challenge you, that make you nervous. Walk in the rooms where you don't know exactly what to say. You need to walk in the spaces where you have to pray and say, oh God, I'm going in here now, okay? I'm getting ready to make this presentation. If you don't go with me, Lord, I'm not going to be able to get this done. I need your help, Lord. I need your help. Lord, I'm getting ready to do this. I'm out of my element. I'm out of my comfort zone, Lord. Oh God, scare me again, Jesus. Here we go. We're walking into this door. Come on, who am I talking to? I'm talking to somebody. If all your contacts are old contacts, you don't have no contacts. Relationships are indicators. They are indicators of the currency of growth. All you have is the same old friends you had when you was drinking at the strip club. And those are the only people who you can befriend. It means you haven't changed. Hannah is trying to settle in to something that is beneath her. She has everything a woman could want. She has a well-to-do husband who loves her. She has an environment that allows her to do pretty much whatever she pleases. She's sitting good. She's doing really good. She cares. He cares about her. Everything would be fine if it wasn't for Peninnah. Peninnah comes into her life as a ministry. Write this down, the ministry of Peninnah. I want you to identify Peninnahs in your life. There are people that God sends in your life solely to get on your nerves. They are there to save you from mediocrity. They are there to provoke you to jealousy. They are there to show off that God has something more. And if you're not careful, you will acquiesce into becoming their hater rather than to allow them to become your stimulator. Either you're going to be a hater or you're going to be stimulated, but God sends Peninnah and all of her kids with jelly and peanut butter stained jaws as a sign to you that what they said about you isn't true. There is more possible for you in your life. God, thank you for Penina. Thank you for Penina. Thank you for Penina. In the face of all the obstacles and the challenges, God, you sent Penina. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? Hannah didn't realize, watch this, that her purpose was hidden behind her problem. Her problem was that she was barren. Her purpose was hidden behind her problem. Whenever God, please get this if you don't get anything else. Whenever God has a great purpose in your life, he will put a great problem in front of it. While you're writing that down, write this down. Find your giant. When you find your giant, you'll find your kingdom. There wouldn't have been a Goliath in David's life. Goliath was the greatest thing that could have ever happened to David. David would still be taking care of sheep if it wasn't for Goliath. Goliath is the gateway to the next dimension. Whenever God is getting ready to take you into a new zone, there will always be a big problem standing in its way. The big problem is a sign that as soon as you get over this, you're going to step in. Did you see that? You're going to step into, you're about to step into a brand new dimension. Stop shrinking back from Goliath. Stop shrinking back from Penina. It's a sign that God has something else for you. So cry if you want to, fuss if you want to, but when you get through crying and fussing, now it's time to fight. Now it's time to fight.